Good morning. I'm running a little late this morning. I gotta get kiddos off to school. I am about to have a tall glass of water while I pack some lunches and some black coffee. I am a little hungry. Good morning.
Mommy, love you.
I love you too.
Son.
Yes, let's get you dressed. But I'm gonna try to push it a little longer before eating to do some more intermittent fasting. I really want to drink my coffee, but I try to have a full glass of water before always, so I'm just going to chug the rest of this. Hands, I just brewed this and it's really hot and I can't add any creamer or anything to cool it down because I'm doing intermittent fasting still. I want to fast another hour. So I'm gonna add an ice cube. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I really don't notice a difference and it cools it down so that it's drinkable sooner. Just got the kiddos dropped off. That is always quite a rush. I am at the gym. I did Pilates 2 days ago, yoga yesterday, and I'm just kind of sore. So I think I'm gonna do some cardio. I'm just now getting back into cardio after having foot surgery a little under 2 months ago. I was able to still stay pretty active after that first week doing Pilates and yoga and modified Pilates and yoga. So I was one-footed kind of for a little bit. So one leg is definitely a little stronger than the other and one foot is definitely better at balance than the other. But I think as time goes on, that'll straighten up. So I'm either gonna do the elliptical or the bike. I'm a little worried about doing any long time walking still. Not quite confident enough for that, even though my doctor did say it was probably okay. So we're gonna run in and do that, and then I'm gonna go home and have breakfast. I will say that after having that tall glass of water and that coffee, I am not feeling as hungry at all. I'm actually not feeling hungry right now. So that happens sometimes with intermittent fasting. I'll wake up feeling hungry, feeling like I would love to eat, and then after a tall glass of water and some coffee and just getting busy, the hunger doesn't bother me. So that's a great little tip. Time for some breakfast. I'm gonna make my breakfast that I've been loving lately. I've been having this multiple times a week. Just a simple egg white omelet and some fruits and veggies. How I have been making my omelets lately is I just spray my pan with a little olive oil. I use like not too big of a pan. And then I take this liquid egg whites. This liquid egg whites makes things so easy. Fill it up till just enough. I'm gonna let it cook with some sea salt. And then I actually cover it with my very sketchy looking Dutch oven pan, but cover it with whatever. And I'm gonna check it in a couple minutes. When the egg whites are solid, I'm gonna add a little cheese and then flip it. I never used to peel my cucumbers, and then my husband always liked them peeled. And now I like them that way. So that's what we're gonna do. Cucumbers are so great for snacking. They're also just really refreshing, I feel like. Sometimes it's nice to put like a little sea salt on them. They just kind of take them to the next level. So if you are new to my channel, I lost 34 pounds in about 6 months on the GLP-1, and now I have been successfully maintaining for about 6 months. So I am one of the unicorns that has been able to maintain, but I feel like I've been hearing about more people being able to maintain or mostly be able to maintain. I think it definitely differs person to person, but the GLP-1 definitely helped me totally change my habits. And I didn't have a history of chronic obesity. I was clinically overweight after having babies. Definitely had some insulin resistance going on. And I also some hormonal issues. So during that GLP-1 therapy, I saw a lot of health improvements. I will say also it is much easier to maintain than it is to lose. So another thing I think that was helpful to me about doing short-term GLP-1 therapy. For an egg white omelet, it's kind of fun to use white cheese, I guess. So I'm just gonna use this mozzarella. Okay, those look pretty set. See that? There is breakfast. Time to dig in.
It's a little bit later. I got ready for the day because I was filming some content for Amazon and I just thought we'd have a little chat. So now that I am about 6 months out from the end of my GLP-1 journey, I have been successfully maintaining. I just have a few thoughts. I feel like in the beginning, those first couple months after getting off the tirzepatide, I was so paranoid about the weight coming back and anxious about the weight coming back because you hear from all these studies and some doctors saying, you know, if you do the weight loss injections, it'll just come back as soon as you stop, which I'm sure that's true for some people, but it's not true for everyone. And everyone's situation is different. People who have chronic obesity or metabolism disorders or diabetes, it would make sense that those patients may be more likely to need long-term therapy from it. But I think there is something to be said for patients who use it on a more temporary basis, who use it because they're having situational weight gain or they're having a situational hormone imbalance. That's really my story. I had 2 babies. My hormones were really out of whack after the second birth, and I was definitely having some insulin resistance. I also have a heart issue, so it's really not great to be overweight. So I was having some just very situational overweightness, some situational weight gain that I just kind of couldn't kick on my own. And then I did the GLP-1 and I was able to wean off super slow and change my lifestyle habits while on the GLP-1. I was able to break some cravings and also come up with a really good fitness routine. And then I did such a slow 2-month-long wean off that when I got off of it, it really wasn't too shocking. There was food noise that came back that was a little bothersome, especially during my cycle. But I have successfully maintained 6 months. And I'm not at a place anymore where I'm no longer counting calories or macros or tracking my food. For the first couple months, I still did. And I will occasionally, if I feel like I've gotten out of the swing of things or gotten off, or I notice on the scale I'm up a couple pounds or something, then I might get back to tracking just to kind of get back on track. I use my Lumen app. I have the Lumen device, which I also love. I'll whip that back out and use that again for a few days if I want to get back on track. You can measure the CO2 in your breath and it can actually tell you if you're burning carbs or fat, which is helpful for especially intermittent fasting. I mainly use this to measure how I'm doing with intermittent fasting. Anyway, I would just like to say, for some people, you can maintain your weight loss after weight loss injections, because I did. Now, not everyone. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's body is different. I have a bunch of videos on my channel where I kind of talk about how I've been maintaining. I went like month by month. The main things I'm doing to maintain, I'm doing intermittent fasting, just like 14 to 16 hours most days. High protein diet, focus on fruits and veggies, regular exercise that includes strength training, and that's mostly it. I'm also on Wellbutrin now. Wellbutrin is an antidepressant that I got on to help with chronic fatigue, and it does have a little bit of an appetite suppressant. So I do want to mention that too. The Wellbutrin, I feel like it's helped me maintain as well. But if you look at my diet and my lifestyle right now versus like a year ago before I started the GLP-1, it looks dramatically different. I might have had, I don't know, like a bagel with cream cheese for breakfast, and then probably a sandwich for lunch, and then maybe like mac and cheese for dinner or something, gluten-free mac and cheese. But I was so off nutritionally, not enough protein, not enough fruits and veggies, heavy emphasis on carbs. I was craving that stuff all the time. I probably also would have had some like peanut butter cups for dessert. I was just really off, and I had never been that unhealthy. I'd always really focused on my health, but I just got really off from my really sick pregnancies and then just hectic life as a new mom. I had just gotten really off, and the GLP-1 just kind of like stopped those cravings and helped me lose the weight. So people will say it's the easy way out. Who cares? People will also say you can't ever get off of it, and some people can. I just shot a bunch of Amazon videos, and one of them was this onesie, which is as awesome as it looks. But I'm kind of running out of time, and I'm just gonna go pick up my kids in it. I think they'll love it. So Actually, they're gonna be mad they don't have one. I'm kind of hungry though, so on the way, I'm just gonna have one of these fruit and nut bars. It's the Sam's brand, but they're kind of like Kind bars. I just read the label for that fruit and nut bar, and it actually has 11 grams of sugar. And so normally I try not to eat things with that high in sugar, so I probably will try to avoid that snack in the future, pick a lower sugar one. It was delicious, I ate it, it's fine, live and learn. I'm thinking about dinner now. I think I'm gonna make turkey burger peppers.
Can you tell me how good I am?
It says, enjoyed completing penguin art and is doing great at school.
And I'm not.
You are a good girl, and you took a nap. That's great. You basically cut these peppers in half, season some ground turkey and burger seasoning, put a little cheese on top, put them in the oven so they're like healthy little turkey burger bites. I feel like provolone will be really good on here. I didn't find my burger seasoning, but I used steak seasoning, which will be just as good. Now I'm just gonna bake this about 20 minutes. That will be it for my video. Let me know if you have any questions or you want to chat about anything in the comments. I love to chat in the comments. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and remember to subscribe to my channel.